Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Disney proving that they're not that smart. So this is all about the new Predator movie called Prey. And Dan Trachtenberg, this had a production title of Skulls, right? So it was fairly hidden about what it was. You know, those that knew what it was, and, you know, we did videos on it and things like that. But no one really knew that this was shooting. You know, it had been kept fairly under wraps, and then they started to talk about it. However, for those that, you know, don't follow these kind of things, you wouldn't have known. And Dan Trachtenberg did want to, still wanted to, do a Predator-less marketing campaign, which I think would have actually been really smart. Now, wait, he would have revealed it eventually, but for the majority of it, it wouldn't have been, you know, front and centre. It would have been more, this girl's going on this journey. Let's see what this girl's about. And then they would have revealed that, oh, hey, this is actually a Predator movie, to then get hype. And bearing in mind, this movie's going to Hulu, right? Disney Plus in the UK. But this movie's going straight to Hulu. They've got nothing to lose by doing this. They're not making any box office off of this. So, it seems really dumb. You could have took a risk. Which, obviously, doing a Predator-less marketing campaign is a bit of a risk, but not in the way that they were going to do it. I think it would have made sense, and I think it would have worked and built a good amount of hype, actually. You know, why didn't you just take the risk? So strange. I always see these things, and I think, well, to me, this is a byproduct of, you know, a publicly traded company, shareholders, constantly trying to push for growth, constantly trying to get profit, and it squanders creativity. That's how I view this. So let's take a look and see what was said. So Prey has been in development since before 2018's critically panned The Predator was released, which it has. It's been in development for ages. Loads of people keep saying it's a rip-off of a fan film, and this was due to bad information from Data Racer, who subsequently blocked me on Twitter like a bitch when I called him out. Wasn't nastily about it. I just said, hey, look, these dates are actually wrong. Here you go. Here's the correction. And for someone that prides themselves with data, when confronted with the actual information, they just proceeded to block me like a bitch, basically. So, you know, this film wasn't a carbon copy. It wasn't ripped off of some fan film. And we knew that anyway. Those that had followed this for some time knew it. So Dan Trachtenberg and writer Patrick Asen first approaching the franchise producer John Davies with their idea for a reboot. It's not a reboot either. Weirdly that they're calling it that. In 2016. So again, way back. And the movie was then fast-tracked a few years later and eventually revealed as Skulls. And that was its working title, its production name. You know, it was shooting under that title. And yeah, you could have kept it as that. Now, all we knew at the time was that it would be going to follow a Comanche woman who goes against gender norms and traditions to become a warrior, which put a lot of people off immediately. Because, again, like, going against gender norms, it's a weird thing to throw in, like, your little blurb for the movie, to be honest. It's very 2022, isn't it? Even though it was approached in 2016. However, it didn't take online sleuths long to figure out that Skulls was actually a code name for a new chapter in the Predator franchise. I did videos on this. It was pretty obvious, to be honest. But again, the bulk of people wouldn't have known this. So the cat was officially out of the bag, though Trachtenberg has previously indicated that he planned to market Prey without ever referencing the iconic alien. And he spoke to comicbookmovie.com about this. So he's talking to comicbookmovie.com about the movie earlier this week. The filmmaker revealed that we would have seen the Predator in marketing, but not until a second trailer was released, with that culminating in the big reveal, which I think would have really worked. And this is what he said. It's almost not possible, he says in the video above. Certainly, the thing that would have been exciting, that was in the initial pitch for the movie, was that the first trailer would not have a title. Again, Where's it? We need this creativity. And I know loads of people aren't looking forward to this. I get that. But this is still a creative way of approaching the marketing when they reveal too much all the time and we know everything about everything and we've basically seen the movie. This would have been a breath of fresh air. I'm sure you can agree on that. You would see the setup of Naru, what she's experiencing in her tribe, and her setting off to prove herself. When she goes off into the woods, there was a fire in the sky, and that would be it. So that would be the first teaser, which I think sounds really cool. And then he says this. So then, closer to the release of the movie, we'd see a full trailer that would include the bear going after her and then being lifted up by the predator. That would have been the announcement of what this movie was. I think that would have got people quite hyped. That was my favourite version of releasing it. So you'd get to have that secret movie excitement, but without taking it all the way, because people need to know what movie they're going to see. I do think Dan understands these things. He's not dumb. I think he's a good director. I think he's directed, 10 Cloverfield Lane is a great film. Like, he got one of the best performances from John Goodman ever. Genuinely. John Goodman's a great actor, but that's a fantastic performance. And that does come from the director as well. Now, this article says it's a real shame that this didn't happen, though Prey's streaming debut on Hulu has resulted in a different sort of marketing campaign to the one it would have likely received with the theatrical release. I disagree. They say that the movie hasn't exactly been dumped on a streaming platform. I mean, it has. It feels like Disney may have had second thoughts about putting another Predator movie in theatres after the decline of the franchise. I mean, they picked this up. They got nothing to lose by doing this. They just acquired it. It's a shame that they didn't approach this from a creative standpoint. I think it would have really worked. I think this would have been a really good way of marketing it. Putting it on Hulu and Disney Plus in the UK, you've got nothing to lose by marketing it in this way, and everything to perhaps gain. And they jumped the shark, and they've already revealed the Predator, which I know, we know what the Predators look like and stuff like this. But still, you didn't need to do that either. They've just completely jumped the shark on marketing. And again, it's a shame. I think this is a byproduct of publicly traded companies squandering creativity because they view it too much as a risk to their investors, which is baffling because it's the creative films that make the most money, generally speaking, or have done in the past. It's the creative minds behind the original film, which stemmed from a joke about who was Rocky going to fight next, an alien, E.T., that led to this film even being made. It's creativity, it's risks. So, yeah, shame. But let me know what you think down below. I know there'll be people that would disagree with this. But I still think that you got nothing to lose, perhaps everything to gain. I think this could have been a good, fun way to market the film. And it definitely would have been different to what we are used to, which is what we're getting, which is just seeing everything. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out my Teespring store. Supporting the channel via this way does go a long way, but also, not only that, you do get to wear some awesome merch. These are one-of-a-kind designs designed for me by my graphic designer. We of course have our Clown World line, which is in mugs, hoodies, t-shirts. We've got Space Jeebus, and then for something a little bit different, we of course have right down at the bottom right here, we have our Pulsar GTIR. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out and supporting my second channel, which is Car Nonsense. This is a vlog and car channel. You can find links to this in the description box, along with my Teespring. Please do consider supporting.